Keep it going for Joe, everybody. This is pretty crazy. How you guys doing? You guys doing okay? Cool. So I got a dumb sounding voice. I kind of sound like the last comedian, but just like a little bit worse, you know? It's kind of great. My entire family, we don't sound like this either. I wish we did. I wish we were like the Keebler elves, you know? We just make cookies and trees somewhere, but that's not how my family goes. But it's kind of, my family's kind of mean too. My little cousin, she interrupted me during Thanksgiving this past year, and she was just like, "Hey Brian, you kind of sound like a parrot taught you how to talk." It caught me so off guard though. I was just like, "What?" I'm like, it's like, whatever, bitch, pass the crackers, you know? Like, I don't need this. Yeah, I don't know. I got a dumb voice. I want to be like a hot guy. That's kind of what I want to be when I grow up. I'm 30. Might have to give up on it soon, but I don't want to be too hot. I just want to be hot enough where I can wear overalls and people don't think I look like a plumber, you know? Which there's nothing wrong with looking like a plumber. It's just like, I don't know. I just want to look like I'm laying pipe, not fixing them, you know? I want to be able to wear camouflage. That would be cool. If I wear camouflage, people think I'm going to shoot up an office building at this point. There's nothing wrong with shooting up office buildings, but, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I had freckles. I grew up with freckles. They disappeared somehow. I don't know how that happens, but I have a bunch of freckles, and I was always super insecure about those. And my grandma, to make me feel better, she was just like, "Hey, Brian, every freckle is just a kiss from an angel." You guys heard that? Yeah. What my grandma didn't tell me is that years later, those angel kisses might develop into a thing called melanoma. That's pretty good. I mean, she's not really a science nut, you know? It's pretty crazy. It would be kind of cool to die of angel kisses, though, you know? Like, we're just like, how's Brian on his deathbed? He's just like, well, I got kissed by so many angels, and now I live in fucking hell, you know? I don't know. Yeah, what are you gonna do? I got a dumb voice. I got a dumb little fucking body. I got a mental illness too, but those all correlate. You guys know what body dysmorphia is? Some of you guys. If you don't know what it is, it's Democrat for ugly. So, you know. No, it's like this very serious mental illness where every time you look into a mirror, you see like a gross, unfuckable goblin person looking back at you, and all of your loved ones are like, "No. You're not unfuckable. Like, I'd fuck you. We weren't such good friends, you know?" And you're like, "Yeah, you have to say that. You're my uncle." No, I'm just kidding. You guys a safe sex crowd? Anybody? No, who gives a shit anymore, right? I had a friend tell me recently, they were like, "Hey, Brian, statistically, everybody's going to have herpes at one point." And I was like, that sounds statistically like something someone with herpes would say. And that would be my game plan, too. If I got herpes, I'd be like, "Dude, herpes schmerpes," you know? Like, we're all going to get it, brother. It's going to be fun. Cares. I've had a hard time. So ever since the IUD became a thing, I grew up with dyslexia. So the first time I heard about an IUD, I took out a condom, and the lady I was sleeping with was just like, "I have an IUD," and I was like, "That's okay." You know, most of the men in my family have those. It's fine. You know? Plus, I'm not a motor vehicle baby. You know? The most unsafe sex I've ever had, I tried a thing called a glory hole. That's pretty unsafe. I don't recommend that. That was a big whoopsie. I didn't know who the fuck I was that day. Crazy thing is, I was on my way home from work. I was just swiping away, and I was like, whatever. So when I told my friend, though, after I did that, and they were like, oh, my God. Like, what if this person, like, bit your penis off? I was like, yeah, I know, yeah. Yeah, that's been something I've been thinking about. But at this point, I couldn't be mad at the glory hole, you know? Like, I couldn't be just like, glory hole, I trusted you, you know? I just had to pretend like I lost my ring at the beach or something if anybody found out, just like, whoa! Was it just like falling off or something? I don't know. Yeah. I haven't had a girlfriend in a while. Last partner I had was, they're a member of the LGBTQ plus community. Their pronouns were she, they. They identified as queer. They like to teach me all sorts of fun stuff. After we had sex one time, they looked at me and they're like, hey, Brian, you know, since we have sex, that technically makes you gay. Which I thought was pretty cool. Because gay pussy was my nickname in high school. I guess you are what you eat, you know? Like, it's pretty awesome. Yeah, I don't know. Dude, high school, I played sports in high school, but I was never very good at those things. But the coaches, they would always tell us not to do steroids because it would give us tiny testicles and acne. And I was in high school, so I was just like, yeah, well, I might as well also have big muscles, you know? I feel like I'm one clean cup of piss away from varsity, to be totally honest with you, Coach. Yeah, I fly a lot for my job, and I'm a very nervous person. But one day I got on a plane, and Senator Ted Cruz was also on my flight, which that was the most relaxed I've ever been on an airplane in my entire life. Because it's so hard to be scared of flying when you just want the plane to crash the entire time. Every time we get turbulence, you can just hear me in the back just like, let's go! Ready to hijack that plane myself. Little 9/11 part 2, this time it's for America. You know? It's Patriots Day. I hope Mark Wahlberg was there, you know? Me and you, let's do this, buddy, for Boston. Yeah. Stay in a lot of hotels, and I learned after staying in a lot of hotels, because I talked to the front desk a lot, and I learned that it's very common for people to rent a hotel and just to kill themselves. Wow. I know, pretty crazy. Anytime I've been told that, I'm like, cool, I'm just looking for pillows. Like, you got extra blankets. But I've been told that so many times that it sort of desensitized me. So anytime my friends are depressed, I'm just like, dude, get a room, you know? Like, I don't need this shit. It's not the place, you know? Yeah, I'm a camera guy for reality TV shows. That's my job. It's pretty stupid. Sometimes I tell the people, they're like, how'd you even get that job? I'm like, I don't even know how I'm fucking here right now. I work for a show called 90 Day Fiancé. I haven't woken up from this stupid dream that I had. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I've worked for a porn before. That was the coolest job I've ever had in my entire life. But it's funny. I tell that I've worked for a porn, and people look at me like I've done heroin under a bridge. Which is not fair. It's one of the best jobs I've ever had, because it's the only job I've ever had where I've been fully erect at work. And HR is just like, Hakuna Matata, my guy. HR is just a guy named Horny Randy, just like, same here. We're gonna meet our heroes today. Yeah, man. I heard some all-star dirty talk that day. Just dirty talk I know I will never be capable of in my life. You know? I had to swear off dirty talk years ago. God did not design my voice to say, call me daddy. You know? Like, If there is a God, God designed my voice to say okie dokie. That's kind of my... I can't dirty talk unless we're role-playing that my parents are home. And they'll get mad if they found out we're having sex, you know? I can't say, call me daddy. I can be like, shh, my dad will hear you, you know? All right, give it up for Joe again. My name's Brian.